My name is Andrew Johnston. My role within ABF particularly is around people, leadership and culture. And the transition of ABF to one entity all sit within my remit. If you ever wanted the test case of whether people can adapt to an extreme change in their working environment and behaviour, then we have just over the last 9 months completed that experiment. And the fact that we're doing this, the fact that every day there's connectivity across the 4 nations on initiatives for One ABF that are triggered with a single conversation, but then include multiple different parts of our organisation, is a phenomenal change. I think for ABF, we continue to focus on what it is that we deliver for the markets that are important to us. I think the things that will rise in their priority within our strategy will be sustainability. So I think both that sustainability of product. So is what we are, what we deliver, is it generating good from a social perspective as well as an environmental perspective? Are we a net contributor back to the communities in which we serve, I guess, in a number of different ways, whether that's the work we do as employees outside of the business to the way in which we set up our infrastructure and our logistics. The piece around employee well-being is really interesting because I think previously there wouldn't be a business out there that would have said that they didn't care for their people. But I think explicitly having internal mechanisms to support people and to provide them with an environment where they can bring their best self to what they do is going to be far more important. I think we've seen the dangers of not investing in people, and we've seen the dangers on well-being around, people's working hours. And I think you'd be an unusual business if you didn't want to ensure that you invested further in the well-being of people. I think historically internal communications, particularly in financial services, has been around shifting data around. It's been around telling people the numbers. It's been about advising people of big strategic decisions, but with very little engagement in them. And I often talk about the magic triangle of clarity, capability, and motivation. And for me, where I've seen communication work within ABF in the last 12 months and in the future 12 months, I should think, they're where we provide our people with absolute clarity on what is the strategy, where are we now, and how they can support delivery. They're about capability. They're about what do I need to know in order to do my job? What are the skills that you can give me in order for me to further myself? And I guess the last one is motivation, which is what does knowing this information do for me, my team, or the wider One ABF? We are a lean business, and we are purposely a lean business so that we can adapt and flex to change very quickly. What that means is when you bring about a full transition project into a business like ours, it does not mean employing a massive team of people at an immense expense to run that transition. What it means is allowing a group of people that are passionate about the focus, which is One ABF, to contribute to it on top of their day job. I am the only individual within One ABF that has as my whole day job. Everybody else leading parts of the business, contributing to the business, but they have an absolute passion and energy around supporting our move to One ABF. It's not a group of management consultants that have never worked in our business. It's a group of people that have ears to the ground. And whether it is the employee engagement survey, whether it is the culture values assessment, where we're asking all of our colleagues to share their cultural values with us, whether it is the Let's Talk dialogues, where we open up weekly conversations between colleagues, with the management team, with senior leaders, on every subject they want to discuss. So nothing is taken off the agenda. What that business then does with that information is it creates the One ABF that is about the people.